Do we build badass Jeeps? You damn right we do. And in this video, we're gonna cover one of the most baddest Jeeps we've ever built. Hey everybody, it's Bubba with X's 4x4, and we build badass Jeeps. And speaking of, this right here behind me is one of the most badass Jeeps we've ever built. In fact, as far as JLs go, or even JKs for that matter, this is the most badass build we've ever done. And just in time to drive it to Baja in less than 48 hours. We're gonna be stepping off Sunday morning, 7 a.m. and heading to Tecate, California to cross the border into Mexico for our little Baja trip. It is Friday, oh, it's like 3:30 right now or something like that.
I don't know, I just woke up from a little nap.
But we did finish it up a couple hours ago. We got a few more things to touch up on it, but it's pretty much done. So what makes this build so badass? Well, everything. I mean, it's not one part. It's a culmination of every perfect part out there that we could get for it. From the very front of the Jeep with the Baja designs, lights on the front, all the way to the back to the GenRight tire carrier. I'm gonna walk you around this build right now and show you exactly what we've done. All right, so let's get started in the front. Our customer Jeep, it came equipped with a Mopar, the steel bumper, which has the winch plate that can be added in here later for the winch. We didn't see any reason why we should change that. These bumpers are really awesome in themselves, so we kept it there. We're throwing on some Baja Designs Amber LP6s up front to help us clear the way through the dust down in Baja and really keep a good eye out. You'll also notice these grill inserts are a little bit bigger.
Let's find out why.
So no big surprise under the hood, we've packed in a 6.4 liter SRT Hemi engine, 505 horsepower, shit tons of torque to rip through the rocks and sand down in Baja. Yeah, as you can tell, complete OEM style finish. Even the dash works 100%, just like all these Hemi conversions. No need for power to push those big old 40-inch tires down the road, which let's go take a look at those next. All right, as you can see, we went with our tried and true 40-inch Nitto trail grapplers. Always a favorite of mine. In fact, it's my favorite tire, especially in the 40-inch class. We wrapped those around some trail-ready beadlocks with the graphite powder coat on them, black oxide bolts. Just amazing how awesome these look on this Stingray JL Wrangler. I can't get enough of this. And as you can see right here in the middle, we got the old Currie C. Let's check out why. So check it out, guys. We're running the Currie F9 Axles front and rear. You guys know that I ran the 9-inch axles in my JK. They're still there. And we wanted the same thing for our Gladiator, which we have, but we just haven't got around to installing them yet. So we're running them in this Wrangler too. 513 gear ratio, ARB lockers. Currie did an outstanding job on these. They look super classy, super clean, and super tough. And as you can see over me, some nice King coilovers. We powder coated red, got the AGM sliders in them, and these are our custom spring rates. You know, for a Jeep this size, we really wanted to dial in the suspension 100%, so we put our own spring rates in there. So that covers pretty much the rear. Let's go check out the front too. All right, so right now, just wrapped up welding on the long arm mounts. Next step, I'm gonna weld in the motor mounts for the 6.4 Hemi. And then by the time I get done with that, Blake will be done prepping the frame for the EVO Double throwdown bracketry that's gonna go in the front. As you can see, we've completely removed all the stock bracketry off the frame, front and rear, for the suspension. Actually, the rear will retain the shock mounts, but we'll be bolting other shock mounts in with it for the EVO. Totally removed everything. We put a little piece of metal in here to hold up the master cylinder. Moving along, we got to be in Baja in 10 days, so pretty exciting. So a build like this really deserves the absolute best in suspensions. No surprise, we went with the EVO Double throwdown up front. Triple bypass shocks, coilovers, remote reservoirs, and we went with the long arm suspension on this build.
Duh.
We want this thing to ride badass through all the whoops and stuff in Baja, so we went with that. Running the axles, we went with the Adams drive shafts, of course, 1350s. Never have a problem with those, and we don't expect to have a problem now. Turning these big old 40-inch trail grapplers, we got the PSC Ram Assist up front, bolted in nice and clean on that front Currie F9, which you can see down here. And pushing those steering knuckles around, a Synergy drag link. We're also using a Synergy track bar up front to keep things centered. Now with a build this badass, we got to sit up a little bit taller to give our 40 some good clearance and good ride quality, right? So that means we're going to be sitting up a little bit taller. We need some rock slide engineering steps to help our customer get in and out of this beast with ease. Last but not least is the GenRight aluminum tire carrier for the JL. This is one that we built before on the Mexico build. You guys saw it. Beautiful tire carrier. It operates great. And one of the things that I love the most about this tire carrier is the ease of installation. For these big types of tire carriers that are built to handle 40-inch tires, we need something that's going to open and close easy, right? So that's why we chose this tire carrier. I love the way GenRight designed these because that's a lot of weight on a tire carrier, right? And you can see it lines up so easy in there. So we don't have to go and pick the tire carrier up and shove it in the brackets. It's cammed so that it perfectly fits every single time. And I love that about this tire carrier. Well, that wraps it up for this build video, guys. Sorry it's down and dirty, but I got to get to Baja. We're running out of time and I still got a lot to prep for. If you want to see more of this Jeep, you got to stay tuned for our Baja video that's coming up. So you'll see it, our Gladiator, and one of our other builds as we bounce around down in Baja. For more cool videos about off-roading and Jeep stuff, click here.